Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this afternoon's edition of the Independent Agency Showcase. A few quick words of introduction. I'm Julian Boulding, founder of thenetworkone. Despite our name, we are not a network in the traditional sense. We are an open source creativity organization. We are builders of networks, bringing together the best independent agencies from 65 countries around the world with international marketing companies and with each other to get to know each other, to partner, and to work together. So please, one of our aims always is to learn and get to know good independent agencies. If you are working with, or you're an owner of, or involved with an independent agency, please come and meet us afterwards. Come and say hello to myself and to our terrific panel. I'm just going to briefly introduce who we have. We have Philip Nielsen from Forsman and Bodeforce Agency. We have Brad Kay from SS&K in New York, and Fernando Campos from Santa Clara in Brazil. I have about a minute's worth of thoughts to share with you before we ask the agencies to come up and present a little bit about themselves and their work. And I want to share with you the big thought that I've had in the last week. And it started before I came to Cannes, watching the TV, watching what is happening in Iran at the moment, and seeing, if you like, a struggle between the existing government who controls the traditional media, television, radio, outdoor, the press, and an opposition party which works without the support of the traditional media, through the internet, through Facebook, and through Twitter. And this is not a place for taking political sides, but it's a fascinating moment for anybody involved in communications, where you see the conflict between old media and new media. It's not one is important, one is not, but the difference between this situation and what we would have been a couple of years ago even is astonishing. And some of you, like me, were lucky enough to be here yesterday and hear Biz Stone of Twitter talking about how he builds his business, how he sees a vision of the future. And the thing that most struck me was somebody asked him, how many people work in your company? And we had just heard Microsoft and Google saying, oh, you have to have hundreds of engineers. You can't have a social network site if you haven't got 500 engineers. Biz Stone has 50 people work for Twitter. And they are the company in the world making the news at the moment. And when we work with independent agencies, like the three you see here, they're not organizations of 10,000 people. They're companies of maybe 50, maybe 100 people who work together cohesively and who have the flexibility and the mindset to change and develop as the market changes and develops. And that really is the theme of our seminar. It's about change. And each of the agencies is going to show how they have changed their business, their vision, their way of doing work as the world of communications itself has changed. And I hope that you'll find this as inspirational as I found when they explained to me. First up is Brad Kay. SS&K is probably best known today as the agency which handled youth marketing for the greatest exponent of change in our time, Barack Obama. And let me hand over to Brad, and he'll explain to you how SS&K works.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks. So first, I want to see if one of my friends that I met last night, Natasha, is here. She's raising her hand. Okay, Natasha went out to dinner with us last night. We all had a great time. She was standing up here last year giving this panel. She gave a couple of words of advice. One, she said, do a shot of vodka. Two is she said, don't look too rehearsed. Don't act too American. And the crowd isn't very kind to short people. So I'm not sure how I should address all those, but I'll do the best that I can reading off my notes and being somewhat orchestrated as well. Anyway, I'm the president of SS&K. I feel like a very lucky person because I walk into work happy every day. And I said last night at dinner with these gentlemen, I think that when you're happy, you do great work, and creativity and inspiration come very naturally. And when you're not happy and when you're tight, it becomes that much more difficult to find creativity. So I'm thankful that I'm happy at my job. I work at a wonderful company. SS&K, for those of you who are uninitiated to who we are or what we do, we are in the heart of downtown Manhattan, 30 floors above the East River, in a beautiful loft housing 60 refugees from advertising, politics, digital marketing, social media, and branded entertainment. So that's a very interesting mix that when you put all those people together, beautiful things happen. We're partially owned by CAA, Creative Artists Agency out in Los Angeles, so we have some interesting perspectives on strategic content and branded entertainment that we're able to provide our clients. What else can I tell you?